All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next person I'm going to introduce is a very, very lovely young lady. She's very well known as a singer on the circuit. There's a lot of things to this young lady, which we're going to find out in a little while. But she's a singer and a professional singer. She's got a very big story behind her, about her, how she came to us in this world, about how she perfected her craft, if I may say that, her singing. And she's multi-talented, faceted. I'm sure she's got the acting abilities in her too, and any other thing that she liked to do. She's got a book out. She had a very sad time of a certain situation which she went through, but she came out a better person for it, and she's very sensitive to this particular situation that happened to her, so she helps others that might fall into this problem. And you're wondering, Vic, what are you talking about? You're going to find that out very shortly. She's going to talk about it. So we have a really exciting show when it comes to this, Julie. She's, a very interesting person. So what I'd like to do, we're going to introduce her. Can the studio, can we get her song ready to play?
The song ready.
Can we get the song ready to play for this young lady? Because I'd like to start off with her singing. She's very talented. And we'd like to, introduce you to her. As soon as the song is ready to play, we will. But her name is Leandra Ramm, and we're going to learn all about her in a few minutes. But we need to get the song ready to play so we can have her sing first. Are we ready to go? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can we have Leandra Ramm? Can we have a big round of applause for her to sing for us? Welcome, Leandra.
Thank you.
Nice to have you.
Thanks for that beautiful introduction.
Are you kidding? We're so happy to have you. We're going to get your song ready for you right now. And in the meantime, I wanted just the audience to meet Leandra Ramm. You're very big, I understand, on Broadway, from what I've seen, right? Mm-hmm. You do Broadway. Mm-hmm. And what are some of the other things that you do, that you're involved with?
I've recorded a bunch of songs.
Uh-huh.
As my manager, Freddie, has produced a lot of these wonderful songs. One of them I'm about to sing is called You. Mm-hmm. And I've also been on television. I was on Lifetime Television last year. I have a new show. I'm going to tell you all about it on the Discovery Channel coming out. It's a story about my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Discovery Channel. How's that? Leandra, we're getting your song.
You
have a round of applause for Leandra Ramm? Can we have a round of applause for Leandra Ramm? Come on, that was Leandra.
Good job. Beautiful voice.
Leandra, can I have your hand? It was beautiful. Beautiful. Round of applause. Come on.
Yeah.
One more time. Come and sit, Leandra. Come and sit. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to say, along with the song that she did so beautiful, the author, the writer of that song is Mr. Fred Kasha.
Danny Nova, he's a big time.
Danny Nova, along with Fred Kasha.
He co-wrote the song with me.
Beautiful.
I want to give credit to everybody, you know.
But the way that she sang it,
Yeah, she did a great.
phenomenal, Leandra, phenomenal.
thank you.
I was moved, and I'm a musician and singer from the '70s. But when I hear talent, and you have talent, you're natural. The flow is natural, beautiful. When I get moved with a song, it's the voice that is that bond between the listener and the singer. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. It's beautiful song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you think, Julie?
Unbelievable. Beautiful. Can't beat a beautiful voice, beautiful face. You got it all.
You got it all. You got it all, girl. Julia, what do you think, Julia?
I think beautiful lady, and the song is amazing.
Smart.
Satisfied.
She's smart too. She could tell she's smart. She's
Miranda?
Yeah, I liked it. It
What
was
do
a
you
really
think?
good song.
Nice?
Really good song, yeah.
Beautiful song,
I was
right?
moved by it too.
Joe?
Very good.
Joe says it's good, you're in. All right, guys? Everybody said, Nikki, good? Beautiful. Undertaker?
There you go.
There we go.
That song is actually available on iTunes if anyone
Well,
wants
no, we
to
have to
find
tell the audience. Would you please tell them that's available to the camera?
Sure. So the song is called You. It's available on iTunes. So if you go on iTunes or on Amazon, you can download it.
You know, when I hear that song, Fred, credit to you, the writer, and the way Leandra sings it. When I hear that song, I want to tell my audience, I get a peace over me. You know, like a subtle peace, an enjoyment. And okay, well, now let's get into talking to Leandra. Now that we've listened to your beautiful voice, now there's a couple things that my audience would like to know. And we're going to start like this. Leandra, you're such an interesting woman, lady, individual, that I don't know where to start. But I'll start here. I know there's a story behind you, but I don't want to get into that yet. Then there's the other one with the book, how you were born and all that stuff. But let's start like this. Let's start at your childhood and youth. Can you tell my audience, which a lot of them know about you already, but the ones that don't, could you tell them the uniqueness of how you came about into this world? A little bit about you?
Sure. I'll start by saying my grandmother was watching the Donahue Show.
Really?
Yes. And
Phil Donahue, big talk show host, back in the day, married to that girl, Danny Thomas's daughter. Do I got it right?
Yeah.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I like to give you the big picture. Danny Thomas, you may not know it, but he's the creator of St. Jude's Hospital. That deserves a round of applause.
Wow.
You know what really bothers me, my audience? Marlo Thomas. Do you know what? Thank you, my floor coordinator, Brian Lipower. Do you know what really bothers me in this world today? Why I love being a talk show host? I love people, but the thing that really I love, I want to tell the new generations the great good things the past generations have done. If you don't tell them, they don't know. Just like the information I just gave you, Danny Thomas. Most of them will say, what's a Danny Thomas? Danny Thomas, how many children has he saved and rescued that are grown today from St. Jude Hospital, which is free for cancer patients and the children?
Wow, that's amazing.
Who could believe that?
That's
I mean,
amazing.
that is an undertaking that's beyond even belief. You do have the Shriners, which I happen to be a Mason as well, but the Shriners also have free hospitals for children. But what Danny Thomas did was phenomenal. So, not to take you off the focus off you, Leandra, but please continue. Tell us how you came into this world and how this all came about.
Sure. So my grandmother was watching the Phil Donahue Show. There was a little boy on the show that was born through this factory, this genius factory.
Wow. A genius factory. Get this, guys.
And my parents were trying to have children for about 8 years, but they were not successful.
Where was my genius factory when I wanted to be born? I got left on a corner with a little bazooka bubble gum. And that's how I got started. Just kidding. Go ahead, Leandra.
So my grandmother called my mother and she said, this is what you need to do. Because they were going to adopt, or they were just going to not have children
So
altogether.
Grandma was behind you.
Yep.
Is Grandma with us?
No,
Oh,
unfortunately.
did you know Grandma?
Yes, we were best friends.
You were tight.
Very tight.
And she used to go, I'm the one that got you going, Leandra.
Right.
Go ahead, Leandra. I'm sorry.
So later they found out that my father is infertile, and that's why they weren't able to have children. So this genius sperm bank, is what it was called, is what they used, where the donors were color-coded.
Right.
So
They're anonymous.
Anonymous. And
So they're anonymous to this day.
to this day.
And they don't know who it is either. They have no idea your connection to them, right?
Unless they saw me on a TV show. I've been on
Okay.
I've been on CNN, The View, Good Morning
But
America.
how would they know exactly who? You know?
Because the donors
they recognize you?
The donors were color-coded. So the donor that I had was donor clear
I see.
to keep their
Anonymous.
Right.
Anonymous.
So
Isn't this fascinating, audience?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Educational,
I'm telling
too.
you.
It's
Yes, it is educational.
learning.
Leandra, please.
the
We love you, Leandra. We're glad you're here.
the story gets even more surreal and
But
weird.
we're glad you're here. That's the important thing.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Good. I mean, in life, period, we're glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. So this genius sperm bank is how I came about. The donors were Nobel Peace Prize winners or Olympic gold medalists.
Wow.
Very, very accomplished.
Very
men.
accomplished individuals.
Yes. I don't know who mine is still to this day.
Wow.
Then I was on, well, okay, that's that part of my life. So that's a nutshell of
Right. Interesting. Wild. Okay. Well, that's part of it. Now, because we don't want to run short on time, we got so many guests. We want to know about this, the raising your voice. Well, before raising your voice, tell us about, listen to this, audience. We've got really famous people in our midst here. Leandra Ramm is going to be on Lifetime.
I was already.
Was on Lifetime.
Yeah, Discovery.
On Discovery Channel. You got to tell us a quick synopsis of that.
Yes.
How was that going? How did that come about?
So what happened was, because I was born this unique way, I was on a plethora of media. Like I said, The View, Good Morning America.
You did The View,
I
Good
was on The
Morning
View, yeah.
How long ago?
It was a while ago. It
A
was.
couple years?
It was in 2005.
Wow.
Yeah, I was on a whole bunch of media because I was in a book called The Genius Factory.
Wow.
So I did all of this. I had like my 15 minutes of fame. I unfortunately became the victim of a cyber stalker.
Yes, that's the book, Stalking a Diva. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a shot of this? Her book, Stalking the Diva? You got it? Okay, I just wanted to show that. Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
So for 6
look at that.
years, a man from Singapore who I've never met used the internet to harass me and stalk me. I have over 5,000 emails.
Where did this guy come from? What state was he in?
Singapore.
a different
Wow,
country.
Singapore.
It was even here.
And he's threatening you from Singapore?
Yep, I got multiple death threats, over 5,000 emails, bomb threats, pictures of guns. He had pictures of guns. His whole family.
Pictures of guns.
What do we have a clip of? We have a clip?
Yeah, we have the clip of the Discovery Channel.
Okay,
So-
let's run that clip.
Yeah,
All it had to take was him to get just a little bit more angry, and he was gonna hire a hitman. Like, when someone's that crazy, it's like you don't play with fire. The volume of emails, the volume of, I hate you, I'm gonna kill you, you're a whore, you're a slut, you're a bitch, it just built up to the point where it's like I had to take matters into my own hands, and that's why I decided to talk to him. This is the last email you will ever receive from me in your entire life, and that's it. And I ended the email with game over.
Now, fill this in. How did this finally end?
It finally ended because I hired a data forensic examiner who had connections with the Secret Service.
Wow.
The Secret Service put a mandate on the Singapore police.
We're talking CIA stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
Vic.
And that's, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to say, when I became her manager, all of a sudden, I got a
Are
gun.
you sure you were playing Two Roses bodyguard? You got that look, that Italian, you know.
No, I actually had a gun to my head I pressed on the computer, and all of a sudden I see this guy with a gun pointed to my head.
Really?
With a bullet going through my eye because I was involved with it.
You
He
mean
found
he
out-
superimposed it on the computer?
Yeah, he found out about,
About you.
from watching all the vids that I put up.
So he's going to get you out of the way.
Yeah,
So you were also on the hit list.
Yeah, right. But
Wow.
we didn't know if he
Well, at
was.
least you had company, Leandra. Right?
Yeah, right.
You weren't
That's-
alone after that.
all
Right.
You had Fred with you all the time. So you
And his family, every
Oh, they-
family
exactly.
member.
Fred, my family.
I had a good place in Brooklyn I could have hid you out. You know, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
So what happened was
Yeah.
the Secret Service put a mandate on the Singapore police.
Uh-huh.
They arrested him in 2011,
Okay.
and he's currently awaiting trial.
Was he a native Singaporean?
Yes.
Wow.
And so the last
He spoke English and all that?
Yeah, he actually was a student at Harvard University
How old
at
was
one
this guy?
point. He's in his mid-30s now.
Wow.
He
Is he in
was-
jail?
He's in jail now.
How long has he got to go?
Well, the trial is about to commence, so he's in
Really?
pre-trial right now. So it's actually going to be all over CNN. and
When was he
everything.
arrested? How long ago?
He was arrested in 2011 for the very first time. He wasn't
So-
prosecuted.
So they kept him in there for jail all this time?
No, he was released after just a couple
Bail?
months.
They gave him bail?
No, while the Attorney General was reviewing the case and reviewing all the emails, he was on what we would have here as like a probation
Yes.
and a restraining order.
Lucky he didn't run anywhere, didn't take off, you know?
Well, they had restrictions.
Oh, they had
They
restrictions.
monitored his
His
activity.
passport and all that
Exactly.
stuff. Fascinating story.
So now the trial is about to commence.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big deal.
Amazing.
And I've started a organization. It's called the Ramm Initiative. So we're trying to correct cyberstalking laws and amend the cyberstalking laws that exist.
Amazing.
I'm working with students at different universities. I just spoke at Norwich University, which is America's first military college. And I'm educating students and helping other victims to go
Fantastic.
through this.
great.
It's so beautiful that you're involved, and it's a shame that you went through this, but you turned into something good where you're helping other people.
Right.
Round of applause for Leandra Ramm. Fantastic, Leandra.
And I just want to add, the Discovery Channel show is an hour-long episode.
Wow.
So there's an actress playing me. There's
Where
an
can
actor
we see
playing
this? Is it
Freddie.
on YouTube? Where can we see it?
It
Reruns?
hasn't come out yet.
Oh, it
I
hasn't
believe
come
they
out
got an
yet.
actor playing me, Vic.
No.
Really?
Who's gonna play you?
I don't know.
All right, listen, guys, we're gonna move on.
I hope you enjoy your
I do. I enjoyed it already. Julie gave me a piece of strawberry already. Delicious. There we go.
It's gonna be a merry, merry Christmas. It's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be everything you dreamed of. It's gonna be a
Come on, round of applause for Leandra. That's Merry Christmas. Whoa, fantastic. Leandra, I can't tell you, we're so lucky to have you here tonight.
Thank you for having me on your birthday.
I love you. Thank you so much, Leandra.
Thank you.
Guys, very quick.